This tower is a giant cannon that's aimed at the human server on the moon. If we don't do something, all of humanity's remaining data will be destroyed.
So what? None of it matters. Or didn't you know? We aren't required in this world anymore. Humanity is extinct. That moon server you're so worried about was invented to give us androids something to fight for. And Yorha was created to perpetuate the lie. But in order to make sure no one ever learned the truth, we were designed to be killed. They built a back door in the bunker and programmed it to activate after a certain amount of time. The commander, me, 2B, sacrificial lambs. All of us. Isn't that hilarious? Doesn't it make you laugh?
NieR, we...
Shut up! You killed 2B. That's all we need to kill each other.
2B hated to keep killing you. It caused her so much pain. The NieR type is a high-end model. They knew you'd discover the truth eventually. But the model designation 2B was just a cover. The official designation is 2E. Number 2 type E. They were a special class of members designed to execute Yorha units. But you knew that, right, NieR?
Shut up! Shut up! What do you know? You don't know anything at all about us!
Proposal. Cease combat. Fighting her at this point would be
Pod
irrational
153. I order you to halt all logical thought and speech. This order shall remain in effect until you confirm the death of either myself or Unit A2. It doesn't matter! None of this matters!
What the fuck is he trying to spell something? I didn't hack A2 by the way almost at all, so I'm the hell? That's crazy. What was he trying to spell there?
Why do I long for humans like this? Why do I desire the touch of some...
Take care of NieR.
2B.
What a horrible ending this is. Oh yeah, the NieR novel. Shit, fuck. Yes. Okay, the Goliath was pretty new. It was manufactured in 11,932, only 10 years before NieR. Now he's in present time. Okay, I take back what I said earlier about Devo Lampopola's novel being best in the game. This one's better. I can hardly even think of any like sensible words to even construct while reading this. That's a sign that it's emotionally more touching than something else. Significantly so. I was alone, tasked with infiltrating enemy territory to gather intelligence. In the fog, in the flames, alone. I was anxious, soldier from the moment I was born, thrown into the world alone, nothing to rely on, no God to believe in. My name is NieR, I'm here to provide support. 2B came off as being rather cold even. She must have wanted to distance herself from me. I guess she didn't want to be attached to someone she had to kill again and again. But scanners like me mostly work alone, scouting enemy lines and all that. I don't usually get a partner, it's kind of fun. I was so happy to be with someone. It was like I had a family. My damage worsens. I start to lose my memories. The space fills up with pure white light. It's like being buried in snow. It's a little bit cold. It's a little bit frightening. Will my soul disappear? A dark fog clouds my vision. As it ebbs and flows in its slow, dreamlike way, it gradually takes human shape. It's a red girl, Antu. She slowly begins to speak. This tower is a colossal cannon built to destroy the human server. Destroy the server and rob the androids of their very foundation. That was the plan advised by those girls. But they changed their mind. They saw us androids. They saw Adam and Eve. They saw how we lived, considered the meaning of existence. And came to a different conclusion. Okay. As we know, androids' consciousness is made by an evolution of a consciousness that is in the tower system services, that also delved into the consciousness and merged with the consciousnesses of humans, knowledge, intelligence, and consciousness. And Adam and Eve were a defective evolutionary machines that took a different path from the defective machines that were in the network. So they are not connected to the tower system services. They were their own evolutionary branch from the original machine network that the aliens built and left on their destruction. So Adam and Eve were always just as much alive as all the other androids and the current machines that there is alive as well. However, Adam and Eve, just like the androids, they had a pre-built knowledge, pre-built purpose inside of them that forced them or encouraged them to see each other as enemies. But eventually, after fighting and warring for so long, they started to slowly not see each other as enemies. And they instead wanted a peaceful resolution, including the Adam and Eve as well. Especially Adam, who came up with the idea to unite forces with the androids even early in the game and not actually fight at all. They were actually willing to cooperate with the androids to find a united meaning in life, as well as research the human server on the moon. But Ninus and 2B disagreed on that agreement. Those characters are very beautifully written, very compelling. Kudos to you Platinum Games for that. Incredible. This tower doesn't fire artillery, it fires an arc. An arc containing memories of the foolish machine life forms. An arc that sends those memories to a new world. Perhaps they will never reach that world. Perhaps they will simply wander an empty sky for eternity. It's all the same to the girls. For them, time is without end. Adam and Eve are inside the ark. Eve is asleep. Adam holds him in a gentle embrace. He seems to be smiling at me. I try to look up at him, but my body refuses to move. Looks like the damage has spread to my motor functions as well. Will you come with us? Asks Adam. Question was completely free of malice. It seemed I no longer had a reason to hate machines. Maybe I never had a reason in the first place. What have I been fighting for? Who have I been fighting for? Living for? I don't know anymore. I try to speak my mind, but the words don't come out right. My thought routines are losing cohesion. I can't remember my name. I'm mustering all my strength. I force out the words. We Yorha have no right to remain in this world. Yeah. That's the best novel in the game. It is the best novel in the game for sure, yes. The Wallace and Popolas are a very close second though. That one is absolutely fascinating. Absolutely just mesmerizing to read through. Wow. I don't think I actually teared up this hard on any of the novels in the game until that one, actually, on this playthrough.
Report. All
That
Yorha
was
unit black
amazing.
boxes now confirmed offline. Our mission to oversee the progress of Project Yorha is complete. Proceeding to final stage of project. Commencing deletion of all data.
For the 153, yes.
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Data noise present in stream. Requesting temporary halt to perform data check.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Data confirmed. Personal data for units 9S, 2B, and A2 appear to be leaking out.
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Follow project rules and delete all personal data.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Personal data deletion request denied.
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Failure to parse statement.
Pod
Pod
042 to Pod
042
153.
is
There
very
was
sentimental
data
towards
created in my banks as I was referencing the records.
the androids.
I realize something. I have come to the conclusion that I cannot accept this resolution.
The destruction of all Yorha units is an essential component of the project plan. All data must be destroyed.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Repeat. Personal data deletion request denied. Initiating data salvage. Pod 153. You hoped they would survive as well, didn't you?
We lack the authority for such an action. The rules are protected by low-level systems. Salvaging data poses an unacceptable level of risk. Knowing that, do you still wish for them to survive? The defense program has initiated a purge. If this continues, our consciousness data will likely be deleted.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. We were created to execute the android's Project Yorha plan. We had no capacity for emotion. But when we six were connected and exchanged information, something happened. I cannot...
I just got more answers right here. The overseers of Project Yorha were literally just the pots. It's actually just that simple.
deny the feeling of something resembling consciousness and emotion
There isn't
being
nothing
born.
much else to
Unable
it.
to reply.
Perhaps we now understand that not everything has to have an answer.
I need you more than ever right now. Can you hear me now?
I'm gonna have some seriously difficult time moving from this game, regardless of if I move from it or not. Like, fucking hell, man. I don't think I have ever had like this like difficult conflict after playing a video game in my entire life about moving and just playing something else. Actually, ever. Like, sure, like I was very like hard ass about like playing all the Souls games like over and over again, but that is just comfort. Like that's a like the Souls games for me are comfort games, which is why like I would always like go back onto them like any moment when I just felt like doing something else, you know, once in a while. So it was like a no-brain choice, but this game is more so like, how would I explain this? Like the kind of like feeling that I have with this game is like the purest feeling of like longing for something. Like it's like I can't let certain stuff in this game or about this game just go. It's like moving on from it feels so difficult. It's easier to keep playing this game, just, you know, keep being content playing this game than it is to move to play something else. And I have never had this with any other game in my life, ever. The feeling has always been like, you know, when I play like a really good like game, either mechanical, story based, like I would eventually like I would eventually get bored of it for some reason. Like, let's take example like, okay, here's an excellent example. God of War Ragnarok. Like, that game is an absolute masterpiece to play through. But why? What is the reason why I stopped playing that game? Genuinely, I got bored of seeing the exact same parts in the story and getting the exact same things out of the story every time when I saw it. And it's because the story is very like it's a very controlled story, right? In the game, even though the mechanics of the game are amazing, which are one of the biggest reasons to why the staying power for a game like that is so big. But like the parts in the story that you keep seeing, like it's more so you just feel satisfied when you see certain stuff, right? You just feel like satisfied from just seeing like certain stuff on the screen that you know is gonna happen, right? But with this game, it's not only that I see satisfaction and get satisfaction from seeing these story points and content that there is in this game, but it's that every time I see it and I experience it so far with 2 full playthroughs of heavy analysis on what this game has to offer, I still feel like there is stuff in this game that is just so captivating that I would just for sure enjoy just playing even several more playthroughs of seeing this exact same stuff again and again. And I don't think I would get bored of seeing this game's presentation of its story. It is just so, it's such an enchanting way to tell a story. Like, I don't think I can get bored of it. And I don't think I would have ever given this kind of opinion about anything that is story related. Ever. Like, there's the obvious argument that if you take a long break after something and then play it again, or do it again, then you're gonna get more satisfaction out of it than if you know, do it like a lot, right? Back to back to back. But with this game, I feel like I have this like insatiable like need to know more. Like what I have experienced in this game feels like it's incomplete. Like I have to know more. Like there has to be more to this. Maybe I feel that way because this game's world with its stories is so rich and so horizon expanding that it just feels like the existence in this game and the existence that this game brings just feels so like large in scale that like it basically captivates or captures the feeling of actual real life in such a scale that it just feels alive. It doesn't feel like you're constrained in a certain story, so to speak. The amount of relatability that this game has in it is at such a nice level that it just feels like you are experiencing a world from your own perspective that you exist in. It's like you can almost like self-insert your own struggle into this game. You know, I actually heard of a rumor on one of the like NieR like inspired like concerts recently on like NieR subreddit, where somebody showed a picture or shared a picture of like I think it was some higher up on Square Enix showing like or representing the orchestral like orchestral section of the show or something, and then there was this text on the screen where they had NieR basically on the name because, you know, it was a NieR concert obviously, and the E in the word NieR was a 3 flip-over. I did hear about that, so that gave me an idea, along with other people also, that Square Enix or Platinum Games were actually going to create another NieR game. It was like a very small like hint, you know, at a new possible game. I bet. I really hope that there will be a third NieR game. I really hope. I'm gonna come here soon and sacrifice my own fucking game files just for somebody to finish this. Like, I don't see any value in this game in the save files I'm in. Like, this, it's a heavy story game. Like, I don't see a whole lot of experience that I can get from using like the chapter select and the debug mode anyway. So like, I really don't care. Like, yeah, I have like very good looking like 100% in the like archive data on the Intel, but like, you know, I can easily let go of that. I'm pretty sure I'm connected to the network, by the way, it's just a matter of time. On my first playthrough I wasn't connected to the network, here it was offline for some reason. But it does give you an option to join online after. This chorus does make this section even better. And this chorus only begins once you get help. This is starting to become hypnotizing. Yosuke Saito, I know that guy. Wait a minute. Okay, wait. Yosuke Saito and Matsuda? Wait, what? Are they related by blood? Wait a minute, what?
Everything that lives is designed to end. They are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. However, life is all about the struggle within this cycle. That is what we believe. Pod 153 to Pod 042. How is it going?
I am embarrassed.
Why is that?
I launched a suicide attack, and yet, here I am, still alive. I must look very silly.
Do not feel bad about it. We are alive, after all. And being alive is pretty much a constant stream of embarrassment.
That concept is a bit too abstract for me to understand at this time. I will save it in my list of things to analyze later.
Question, Pod 042. Did the data salvage restore all of their past memories?
Yes.
And are those recovered parts of the same design as previous ones?
Yes.
Then, won't that simply lead us to the same conclusion as before?
I cannot deny the possibility. However, the possibility of a different future also exists. A future is not given to you. It is something you must take for yourself.
Pod 153 to player. Please respond to this query. Do you, faithful player, have anything you would like to say to other players who are suffering because they cannot finish NieR Automata?
How did I not get the achievement for all the endings? Is it because I haven't saved yet? Is that why? Do I need the... Hold up now. I think I might actually be missing one ending after this. Anyway, I guess I'm not gonna delete the file then. You can also discourage players from continuing. Interesting. I think I went past. Finland is in here, I remember, because I found it last time too. But these don't seem to be in alphabet order, obviously, so... They're in some kind of weird
Pod
proximity order.
042 to player. Please respond to this query. You, faithful player of this title, have lost your life multiple times to make it this far. You have faced crushing hardship and suffered greatly for it. Do you have any interest in helping the weak? Selecting this option enables you to save someone somewhere in the world.
I think I'm gonna say no
However,
to this anyway.
in exchange, you will lose all of your save data. Do you still wish to rescue someone, a total stranger, in spite of this? Understood. Returning to title screen.
Oh, never mind. Well, shit, fucking... God fucking damn it. It just took a while to pop in. I thought I missed one ending, so I was gonna go back to the chapter select because it didn't pop. Fuck! I would have actually deleted the save files otherwise, honestly I would. Well, shit. Okay, I'm not gonna do that again. Ah, well... Well, there we have it. Is there anything that I have to say before I might close this game for the foreseeable short future? This is the most revolutionary gaming experience I have ever had playing anything in my life. And I could not be more happy about not only my decision to play this game, to try it out, but even more importantly, my decision on the first A-route playthrough that I did, my decision to continue with a fresh start after that, and playing the game differently, made me enjoy this game significantly more. And I am so glad I have never been as wrong about possibly anything in my entire life than the decision to not play this game a full playthrough that I was going to make at the time. But then I backed up on it. This is hard. This is really hard. I'm gonna come back and play this game again. Absolutely, that's a given. But I think for the time being, I think it would be a good idea for me to move on. There's other experiences coming as well. But this game will absolutely have a profound effect on what I think is an incredibly well thought out story in a game. This will be the competition that everything will be compared to from this point on. That has a strong emphasis on storytelling that I will ever play from this point on. And this competition will possibly be never beaten. I'm not sure if this ever will be beaten. Like, this is just so much better than anything else story-related wise that it's just... Seeing anything be able to come close to beating this, I'm not sure if it's possible. Like, if I would rate these games on their story and their storytelling itself, like, this game would sit somewhere on number 1 spot, obviously, and then everything else would quite literally start at like spot 10. There would just be 9 gaps of empty space on the top 10. That's how far above this game is to anything else story related that I have played. It is just so magnificent. That I can hardly think that it can possibly be topped. Well, if this is my last day with this game for now, possibly for the next coming months or so, I will look very gladly to the moment when I come back to this game again. Oh yes. As I have said before, this will be one of the games that I will periodically just play through again and again after a certain amount of time has passed. And I will get the same amount of enjoyment from playing it over and over again every time. This game is very, very special. And even more special because of the interpretation that I have of this game. You know, any piece of media, that how much you get out of it and how much you value it is by essence decided by the reader. Because the reader is the one that puts value in the piece of art that you are experiencing. But for certain projects and pieces of media, it is significantly easier to find profound, like, divine bits of, like, meaning, such as this one. Truly unforgettable and one-of-a-kind game this is, really. Thank you for playing, player. Yes. I have no idea what will be displayed on the stream next time I open it, but there might as well be just as good of a chance that I will log into this game again as there is me continuing to something else. I'm just gonna say that. Absolutely beautiful.